am planning to go back to India.
I'm so down on that loan that nobody wants to touch it as a trade-in.
We make contact here, not here.
All right, going to be looking at a few clips today. From bad deals and co-signing to build quality. Prices are going up and the quality is going down. Why are we paying so much for this junk? Let's get into it.
I am planning to go back to India.
Everybody's running away from here.
The thing is here, bro.
What's wrong? Why are you leaving?
So my parents are getting old, so now I want to spend time with them.
That's nice of you. You're a good son. You're a better son than most people. So tell me about the vehicle. Is there any financing on it or do you own it outright?
It has financing.
How much do you owe on it?
63K?
$63,000 on a Honda Accord?
Yeah.
You know the car's worth like $40,000, right?
So this clip is in Canada, and he said nothing is here, bro. He's completely wrong. Canada has homelessness, crime, high taxes, unaffordable homes, and extremely high food prices. That's just to name a few things. With all that, it's surprising somebody would spend $63,000 on a $40,000 car.
No, man, it's brand new.
So what do you think it's worth?
This 63K is like all amount after taxes, after all that.
I understand, but your car's worth $45,000. Did you carry over negative equity from a previous loan?
No, I just buy it brand new.
Either way, you're very heavy in negative equity, right? And what are you hoping for? You're hoping to get out of your loan?
Yeah, like I told you.
You want somebody to pay you $63,000 for this car. It's not going to happen.
I actually feel a bit bad for people in this situation. He was probably sold on a lie. He was promised a better life in Canada, and it's probably much worse. But he should have known. Businesses are laying off or closing. Hundreds of people line up to apply for a low-paying job. Even if you have stable employment at the time, it's not worth purchasing a new car, at least not here.
What kind of down payment did you have?
$1,500.
For us to be able to make this work, we're going to need more than just $1,500 down, you know? What happened to your credit recently? You just kind of stopped paying a whole bunch of stuff?
I was unemployed for a little bit there, and things were hitting during that time. I just graduated college. I make real good money now, and I'm looking on getting caught back up here much sooner than later.
I used to consider this an excuse. I was unemployed for a little bit there. It's not. That's why it's so important to save. Having that money set aside for when something like this happens. And eventually it will happen to most.
You had a recent repo, because I remember the last time we spoke, you wanted to trade in your Kia, is that correct?
Yes, and I was actually told by a couple different places that I'm so down on that loan that nobody wants to touch it as a trade-in. I'm basically stuck with it, or it may even be better to get a repo so that I don't have it because no one's going to give me a second car either with that loan. So I told them, come and get it.
So this guy let his car get voluntary repoed just so he can get another car loan. Not the smartest move. He's not going to be stuck paying higher interest if he can even get approved later on. The thinking, of course, if the car is gone, the problem is also. He's only made things worse doing this.
Did it make sense for you to keep it instead of turning it in? Could you just not afford it at the time, or you just didn't want it anymore?
There was a little bit of didn't want it for the price I was paying. A number of dealers told me, dude, you're so upside down on this, it'd probably be better with a repo than starting fresh.
I would have never told a customer to just get their car repossessed. Maybe if it was a cheaper car, but it looks like it was a $30,000 Kia.
I was told that car is worth like 14 grand and I paid 28 for it. And I didn't get it brand new.
So you paid $30,000 for a car that's worth $14,000?
Yeah.
Shoot, man, they got you good.
Yeah, and I didn't know that.
It doesn't matter if he didn't know it. He signed the contract and should pay to what he agreed to. Everyone that buys a used car knows. The person or dealer selling it is trying to get the most they possibly can. Why would you go and spend $30,000 without looking up the value of the car you were buying?
Car loans, car payments, it's my worst type of debt. If we had a rate debt, for me, it's the most annoying. You know, student loans, you get a degree, it's stupid. That's probably second.
Sure.
Credit cards, people are like, we pay it off every month, whatever. So if we rate the debt, car loans for me, it's the dumbest
and it's
debt
the
that
one
you
we
could be
justify the most.
Mathematically speaking, when
It
you
is the
just
dumbest.
look at your finances, it's the dumbest thing that you can do with your money. It really is, because you're borrowing money, paying interest on something that's going down in value. It's not an asset, and it's for what?
It's only been the last few years I've thought about cars this way. In the past, I've always wanted a new and expensive one. What changed my mind was watching clips like this. It's one of the worst types of debt you can have. I used to think if you had a nice car, it meant you had money. All it really means is you're throwing away money. Most of us need to drive, but I want to throw away the least amount of money I can.
My guy's here trying to get a car. He needs a little bit of help to get approved for one, so we're going to try and make this happen for him. What kind of questions did you have for me today?
I just wanted to know if y'all going to run my credit, because I want nothing to run my credit to affect my score.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I understand. You want to protect that perfect score you have here. What we're looking for today is someone to go on this application with him on this auto loan. If we were going to use you as a cosigner, if you were interested in helping him get into his car today, yeah, we would run the credit, and then the lender that we send you guys to would also run the credit. If there was a way for me to get around it, trust me, I would totally do it for you guys today. And as far as points, I mean, you'll receive an impact of maybe 2 to 3 points across 3 different inquiries. So you could be looking at a total of maybe 9 points in inquiries today.
9 points will come off of my credit. What are you telling me?
Potentially, yeah.
I'm not applying for no loan for nobody.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry. I love my son, but no.
No worries.
I'm not doing that.
Well,
Having the salesman call your mom would be a little weird, but she made the right decision. Maybe he's just new to credit. But if he wants a loan, he should do it himself. If you want that, that's fine. That's your choice. But don't go and drag someone else into it.
I co-signed for my boyfriend for a car. He owes about $32,000, or I should say we owe about $32,000, and he's been behind on the payment. I've been denied for 2 personal loans for the difference of the vehicle due to my debt to income ratio. So I'm really trying to figure out how to get from under this car completely.
Is this your ex-boyfriend?
No, current.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like he can't afford the car. Why is he not selling the car?
I think we all know why he's not selling the car. He's going to be owing a lot more than the car is worth. And she signed up to make the payments for him if he wasn't able to.
He can't afford it, and he's doing damage to his girlfriend. There's 2 reasons to get rid of the car.
Yeah, so the private sale based on Kelly Blue Book was $19,000. Trade-in value is $17,000. Like I said, we owe $32,000. So that balance, that difference there, don't have the money saved up for that difference, or I'm not able to get a personal loan to even cover that. I went to 2 credit unions, my personal credit union and then the credit union that the car is financed through, but they said my debt to income ratio was just too high in order to approve the loan.
The credit union that your car is going through is confused.
I think it's a horrible idea doing this with your boyfriend or girlfriend. But they already signed the contract. Between the 2 of them, they should be able to find a way to make that payment if they can't sell it.
Because sometimes a credit union manager hasn't thought this through. And if they thought it through, then they would go, oh, I have a much higher likelihood of getting my $13,000 amount that we're upside down if I let this guy out of the 19 by selling the car. Because the 13 is not collateralized anyway. Then we've reduced your problem to a $13,000 problem, and then you and said boyfriend take 6 jobs and pay off the $13,000 before you pay off anything else, and never sign a loan again with someone you're not married to.
People are choosing not to think things through. Never co-sign a loan for anyone, not family, not friends. The second you put your name on that paper, it becomes your debt. If you need a co-signer, you shouldn't be buying the car. The bank has already looked at your finances and said no.
Let's check the build quality on this $65,000 Jeep, shall we? Look at the gap on this door handle. It doesn't fit. Oh, look, yeah, that's not in either. Oh, yeah, that's... What the hell is this car made of? They made out of cheese. When I move the grab handle... Holy crap, the screen is moving. We're off-roading, yes? The whole screen moves. It lets you know that you're off-roading. Oh, none of this fits right. Wait a minute, that doesn't fit. Look at this gap, and then look at that gap.
In a way, it's impressive. These companies can build such low-quality vehicles. The standards keep dropping. And somehow, they are still able to convince people to pay these ridiculous prices. You would think for a car show they'd at least bring their best.
Oh my god. Oh, look at this. Oh, no. This is unacceptable. I'm sorry. It's not acceptable for the price. Oh. Ooh. Oh, we disassembled the Jeep. Oh, dear. Oh. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. It's just put in there. Remind me of the price again? 65. No. That doesn't fit. That doesn't fit. Look, on this one, you can actually see where they tucked the vinyl underneath, front and back. Yeah. Wow, that's bad. Verdict? In the bin.
It's all the little things most people aren't going to notice until later on. All the little corners they cut to save as much as they can. They're charging $65,000 for a vehicle that's probably worth less than half. It's just another great reason to save your money.
We make contact here, not here.
Water pressure should be between 40 and 80 instead of 100.
I just want to open it to test it, but the whole thing comes up out the floor.
It says GFCI, but it ain't tripping.
We got a broken window sill already on the new construction. No way to change the speed to the ceiling fan because the chains aren't even installed.
This is loose. Here's some hinges. This is loose.
I hate these stoppers with a passion. It's too much work.
It's not just cars, even homes are being thrown together. The place I'm in now was brand new when I moved in. It's very similar to this video. I really didn't start noticing things until about a month or two in, but the builders cut corners at every chance they could get. And we're talking about a condo that cost over $500,000. I even recently had the double sink detached from the counter, while they were filled with water.
Whenever they're sealing the windows, I never understand why they install the caulking over loose pieces of mortar. See? Now it's open.
This is damaged. Cracks and damages at the sidewalk. Standing water at the sidewalk area. Oh shoot, I almost fell. This tree bubbler looks great. This one needs to be adjusted. I wouldn't even survive off this.
Bugs in the house, but obviously they're coming in because we got gaps at the entryways.
Downspout missing components.
We don't get what we pay for, and I don't think most people take pride in their work anymore. They're rushed to get the job done as fast as possible. Employers hire the cheapest workers, and companies end up making record profits while the rest of us get screwed. I'm going to end the video here and ask you to hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.